Hello and welcome everyone to number 10 of the Corrective Works. This one is going to be more Pilates, less yoga, so more focused on your core and your powerhouse. This time we're starting at the back of our mats. Classic Pilates triceps push-ups. You're gonna wonder where I got this new triceps push-ups idea from. I do wonder too. So first, anchor your feet into the ground, anchoring your heels, outer edges, big toe mound. You know the drill, lowering the shoulders, rising the crown of your head to the sky or ceiling, pulling your tummy in, narrowing your hip points, zipping up those pants and keeping that rib cage in. Got it? Then inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, bend the knees. Crawl forward into a wonderful plank position. With that I mean thigh distance away from the ground. Pull your navel in, narrow your hip points, and now lower down 3 times. There we go. I'm going to stay up in plank position, then lift the right leg, push back the heel 3 times, then lower down. Inhale, exhale, push back. Yeah, we're going right into it. There's no warm-up. This is your warm-up. So, I know, be gentle. So inhale, push back 3 times. I'm already warmed up because of the sun. It's midday right now, so it's hot. And inhale, push back here in the beautiful Bavarian Alps. How about one more? Can we do one more? Of course we can. Yay! Last time. All right, lowering down on the belly. Now you love me. So you can lower your head down on your hands, your forehead down. I'm not going to do that just because of the microphone, because you will just hear grass scratching against the mic. So imagine I'm having my forehead against my hands. Relax those shoulders, then inhale. Engage your right glute, lift those legs. One leg at a time. And I would like you to focus on lengthening the front of your body. There's ants in the ground. What a surprise. It's nature. All right, so inhale. Keep breathing. So if you feel like it, you can do inhale, switch, and exhale, switch. You want to keep your belly engaged, narrowing your hip points, keep your spine long, tailbone away from the crown of the head, and lengthening the front of your hips, lengthening the psoas while engaging those glutes. Then push your hands into the ground, anchor your feet, triceps push up, fold in the middle of the body, walk back, roll up into standing, clean up, inhale. So remember you're anchoring, heels into the ground, outer edges, big toe mound, and exhale, bend the knees, roll forward, hands on the ground, walk it out forward. So I was just, throwing this at you, this triceps push-up, but of course you can lower your knees down. Of course. However, 3 times, then come up into your plank position, check, right distance, inhale, right leg, push it back, 3 times, inhale, exhale. This is intense, but it's good. And it's strengthening the core, strengthening our glutes, our legs, our arms, chest, shoulders, hands, wrists, everything. It doesn't look like it, but it sure does. All right, lower it down. You can bend the knees if you want to. Triceps push down. Fold the hands. Forehead on the arms. And then just go for it. This is the easy one. Shalabhasana, front leg extension. So I would really like you to put your forehead on the ground, because I do feel this is a little bit of a back bend, and that bit of a back bend with the leg lifting is a bit too much of a back bend. So you really got to contract your core in order to avoid going too deep into that back bend, which would inhibit your multifidi, which could then damage your spine. Because we're losing the muscles that keep the vertebrae apart, and keep them at a healthy distance. All right, hand underneath the shoulders, push up, walk back. Sorry, bend the knees, inhale, clean up, arms overhead, rib cage stays tight. Remember pulling those rib cages in, pulling the hip points together, zipping those pants up, lowering the shoulder girdle. Shall we do one more time? Bend the knees, roll down, roll forward, crawling forward. And your choice now, either on your feet or on your knees. Nice little plank position. Inhale down, exhale up. Elbows are tight, as tight as they want to be, as they can be. Stay up here, inhale, exhale, push back. Narrow your hip points, 2, 3. Inhale, push back. Yep, that's Pilates. First drill instructor we know of. There were so many more, but he certainly was a drill instructor. Can we do one more right and left, and that's the last one? Then we did 2 rounds. Whoop. Great core activation. 3 times. Lowering down. Folding the hands. Forehead on your arms. Release those shoulders. They can relax now. Ooh. And just lift the legs. So again, focus here is on the lengthening of the front of your body while you're keeping your abs braced, navel pulling in, ribcage closing towards your hips, long neck, and you're drawing your tailbone away from your occiput, from the base of your skull. Wonderful. And just finish that round. Hands underneath the shoulders. Anchor your feet. Whew. Pushing back. And we can actually stay here because we're going to come into kneeling. There we are. You can stay here. I'm just going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. Cleaning up, hands behind the ears. Now we're falling onto our right side. So right arm is coming out. Whoop. Left foot is coming out. Inhale, kick forward. Exhale, kicking back. And just open those shoulders, pressing the down hand here, the ground hand into the floor. Remember, you're anchoring index finger, mount of the index finger, and the heel of your hand are pressing into the ground. And here, the elbow is opening and pulling towards the sky. The leg is parallel to the ground. Open your foot, try to engage your outward rotators, and then lower down and just give it a stretch. Exactly, just what feels good, just to counter pose. Perfect. Little reverse plank here. Just come into sitting. Fingers are pointing towards your hips. Then lift all the way. Inhale up. Exhale down. Or you go inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Or you go a little bit slower. However you feel like. Very good. Last time. And low down, come back on your knees. whatever direction, whatever position. Arms behind the ears, we're falling onto the left side. This arm comes out, whoop. This leg comes out. So ground your bottom hand, inhale, kick forward, exhale, kicking back. Keep breathing. This is great workout, good workout. So narrow your hip points, avoid your ribs from sticking out. Just brace your core, zip those pens up, and now rotate that flying leg outwards so that the foot is parallel to the ground. Very well. And release. Now we can lie down. You're gonna love me for it. So you're just gonna stretch out that right arm and lie down on the side. We're bringing that up leg up, whatever leg is up is coming up, and we're pulling those legs together up in the air. That's about it. Just make sure you're staying on that one side. Keep lying on that one side. We're working our adductors, ADD, the muscles that bring our legs or close the legs to the midline. Wonderful. Let's do 2 more. It was about 10 times. So do about 10 times and then switch. So come on the other side, whatever is the other side for you. Then lift the top leg, a little more than hip height. Keep the legs steady and then close both legs as if you would want to cut through air. Keep your feet engaged. So either feet point, slightly turned out from the hips, or both feet flexed, and push that upper arm hand into the floor so you can really stay on your side. We're working our adductors, so you will feel this in the inside of your legs, and of course for the upper glute, this is a great stabilization workout. There we go. Then come up and come into sitting. Press those hands into the ground, and we're just lifting our hips up and down. Just lifting up and down. And just by chance, I got the right side facing into the sun. So what do we keep our attention on? That's anchoring the hands, grounding the amount of the index finger, grounding the heel of the hand, keeping those elbows slightly bent. Then what does the shoulder girdle do? Shoulder girdle, opening. Open those shoulders, make your collarbones smile. Big smile with those collarbones. The sound didn't work here on the sitting part, so I'm going to voice over this too. So just sit down, nice little sun bathing position. You want to have your fingers pointing to your hips, knees are bent at 90 degrees, and now try to keep your elbows tight, about 20 meters or some away from your hips, and bend those elbows backwards. This is a strong stretch in the front of your shoulders. I would like you not to collapse the shoulders forward, but to stay open. Remember, smiling collarbones, so you want to pull your collarbones apart, wide shoulders, and opening the whole front of your shoulders. If this is too much, bending those elbows, and you feel like dislocating your shoulder, then don't do it. Just stretch here with the arms behind the back. This is also just a great chest opener. Perfect. We'll continue a little bit with shoulder work and shoulder mobilization, but you can come down lying on your back, bend those arms 90 degrees, and then keep those elbows tight, very close to your ribs, and open 90-degree rotation in the shoulder, in the socket. And while you're opening, I would like you to lift your hips. The focus though is on pushing the elbows, your forearm, and your wrists into the ground whenever they touch the ground. So resistance work here, isometric, pressing those elbows against each other, towards each other, and against the ground. You should feel this in your upper back, and of course this is a great opener for the front of the shoulders and the chest. Then release your arms, cross your right ankle over your left knee. You can either grab your thigh here if you feel like it, if you're stretchy enough, or if you don't want to have your arms engaged right now, you prefer having them relaxed on the ground, just use your hip flexor, your left hip flexor here, to bring this whole package towards your chest. We're stretching piriformis, butt muscle. Sometimes piriformis annoys our sciatic nerve a bit. And then come back with both feet on the floor, feet parallel, hip width apart, and again bend the elbows 90 degrees and open in that rotation. Lift the hips when you open, pressing the elbows into the ground, forearm, wrist into the ground when you're opening. You can pause in the opening position if you want to, just to increase this isometric work and increase the time under tension. Don't push those hips too high. I don't want you to contract the lower back too much. Then stay up here. Focus on pulling your elbows together, pushing your forearms into the ground, and then release down, figure four stretch on the other side. Cross your left leg over your right, then either have your arms in diamond position behind the back. Your shoulders will love to rest a bit, otherwise you can also grab your right thigh and pull that whole package towards you. Beautiful views out here, these blue mountains and green grass. Stay down if you want to, otherwise come up, swing up. Stay lying there if you want to. Thank you so much for joining. That was number 10, Pilates Corrective Works, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye.